Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Afternoon? Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Bowen, on this lovely edition of the 21st of March, 2017. We are excuse me. Extraordinary, epic times we're living in. Once again, we're able to be more creative, more aligned, and really just more intelligent and more informed. That's very important about how we can, live a happier, healthier, more magical, more, more America-loving, more patriotic time. Or one of the things I'll do, and I'll probably do it this evening, just to make another video of this. I did this, I think, in December, but another reiteration of the Citizens Rulebook, Bill of Rights, Jury Handbook, like a palladium of liberty. But what I really want to talk about is mostly some of the, of course, one of the things I mentioned before, which is, we have all these, of course, institutions and corporations that have been going on for a long time. Of course, it's a great thing to cheer and be happy about the end of David Rockefeller. Well, and of course, even before then, I was saying that we already live in a world where it's possible to not even have death. And so with that, anyway, so the actual technologies that allow us to do that, I mean, not just the technologies, but the things that have been kept hidden, which actually aren't that hidden, in a sense they're hidden in plain sight. Stephen Greer goes well into that. The point is, these type of advanced things and advancements in human health and really just, by removing the corruption, we can really clearly see the big picture that's especially available for America. And America has been, in the past, has been, unnecessarily had our, all the things that happened. Not that I really linger on the past that much, but all the things that was explained by, by Roger Stone, and by those great individuals, and by those who know the truth, and what's his name? I believe Michael Salla had a huge part. Dr. Michael Salla. So, anyway, the main point that I was getting into is the fact that, we've had all these technologies for a long time. And now that we're, in a sense, not only waking up and really have woken to, like, this is past tense, like, obviously super past tense. But let's just go into this age now with all the easy things that we didn't have as barriers before. We can now, in a sense, since we understand that we're able to be free from whatever it's called, from the terrorist globalist control of George Soros and of just really bad people and just Democrats. Instead, we're able to be awake into the living of what we can truly become. Now, that means, of course, advancements in, it's important that, we're in the process of becoming advancements in everything, which I mentioned before, transportation, communication, even, unity, more advanced levels of unity, more advanced levels of health, and extreme prosperity building for every single household, for every single person, for every human being, for every American. It's very easy to do, and it's easy to pump out this prosperity. It's easy to pump out the truth of sustainability. That means that, the ability, for example, to provide endless solutions, for example, is really just a smidgen of the stuff that we can do. And I mean that in terms of there have been so many projects going way back that have already been involved in creating more efficient inventions and creations. And I mentioned it before, of course. And the things that I want to do, is to really, do that for free. And I love harping on that because that's really, really cool, really interesting. Like, we can provide more establishments or more abundance, not establishments, but more abundance for every single, human being, for every single small business, for every kiosk, for every library, for every store, and we can truly build ourselves into this age, knowing that we have the higher understanding, and this also involves physics as well, the higher understanding of the types of energies in physics and the way that we can interact with, for example, nature, interact with our surroundings, that's always been here, but now that we can really tap into. I mean, not we can tap into, but we've always been able to tap into. And that goes in with, the stuff that's kept hidden, will be revealed because, it's kind of common sense. We want freedom and liberty to its fullest extent, and we want to be able to pursue happiness and be able to pursue the ability to really be, self-governed, small government, and not have secrets kept from us, and especially not have those same, which obviously aren't the case now, but not have those same type of limitations that the Obama administration and previous administrations restricted upon the American people, upon we the people. Some of those things have already been mentioned, or some of those things are already known, so I'm not going to repeat them, but, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to repeat them, such as and I talked about this during the time that it happened. The Ministry of Truth, and just the other absolutely crazy illegal actions. I mean, it's just crazy illegal. Absolutely preposterous, and it is absolutely, most people, it's without a doubt, like, knowing this, most people that know this, and there are a lot of patriots that know it, it's clearly obvious that this is just, unsat in every form. There's no willingness to be able to be okay with subjugating this type of, basically, it's many different things, but political enslavement, cultural enslavement, economic enslavement, and those being revealed, and most of it's already known, especially by those patriots, and, for example, the veterans, and all that stuff, all the attacking that's been going on, of, these ultimately, they're known, okay, whatever you want to call them, anti-human, all that stuff is really kind of not that important, because it doesn't hold glue, it doesn't hold fast, it doesn't hold the hearts and minds of the Americans, because we can't be weighed down. Like, for example, if you say it's not possible to, you're telling a 40-year-old, you're not allowed to ride your bike without training wheels. You must put your training wheels on. And then, if the 40-year-old's like, oh, or like the 30-year-old, or even the 20-year-old's like, well, I know how to ride a bike without training wheels. You just balance. And then, it's like a whole bunch of group of people say, oh, no, you can't do that. Once again, it's like, we already know the ability to balance, in a sense, to ride, and to power through. So it's the exact same paradigm, parallel, and acceleration with with our actual human advancement in this republic, which in a sense we all innately work towards. Like every human, every American, every patriot, every human lover, every family lover, every human being, every true man and every true woman. It's obviously everything that we're working for. So that's the same thing that's going on. In a sense, in parallel, to give this analogy, we no longer need training wheels, and we know why we don't need training wheels, because we know it's possible to ride without them. So now it's like, so same thing with propulsion, and just the understanding of energy, and just the understanding of this advanced level of physics, not advanced level of physics, but just physics that's been kept from us. Precursor engineering was one term coined, basically creating something out of apparently nothing. Retransfiguring matter, cold fusion, to super ultra freezing. It has a proper name, but to the development of actual like zero-point energy propulsion, electromagnetic gravitic propulsion, massless objects movement, and I gave a really, really good description of it previously. And these are the types of things that we can add, and it can really be. And what I do, not to put this upon me, is I do that by trying to make it free. That's what I'm working on. So, and then some. But once again, this isn't necessarily about me. I mean, my legacy, in a sense, has already been made, and it just continues on, which is awesome. And then it only builds with every second. But the point is that these technologies are in existence. This science is always going to be here, and the trying to hide it. That the Vatican has tried so hard to do. I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge about what's going on in Antarctica, and it's most definitely must be common knowledge about. There's so many things, but anyway, of course I'm going to reiterate the ambassador that is the ambassador of Gartha that's that's arriving August 25th. Excuse me, yeah, August 25th, 26th, 27th. I'm going to double check those dates, but the end of August, pretty much August 20th, in Garden City, New York. Also, want to reiterate that, once again, we can have these technologies without being, in a sense, we're not being screwed over by the same type of skimming and shirking of the political building of economic power that we built in America over time, and that was trying to be usurped by globalist interests and elitist interests. What that means is, hey, the TPP, that's great, that's dead now. And also, just need to interject really quickly, the Obama bill about it's basically, I'm trying to stumble this down as simply as possible. It says some type of, and this was back when he was president. Obama tried made a bill that he's allowed to go after anybody who he considers a terrorist or something, and then he can throw them in jail, and that's obviously unconstitutional, as well as the judicial system, absolutely unconstitutional. It should be following the Constitution, and I want to hear man, I can't wait to hear. I want to hear Roger Stone's testimony. We got some stuff going on there. But the point is, okay, let's move out of this stage. It's not like we don't need to maintain, put together a bike and then keep it together with tape, duct tape, and say, oh, it's gonna work, for a long time. We'll just keep it that way because that's the way we always knew how to build it, which is duct tape. We've got better fusion methods, better energy propulsion methods, and better human advancement methods. All right, and really bringing the power back to the people means, we are no longer in the clutches of tyranny. It's just not U.S. constitutionally possible. Because everything that they tried to do ultimately was unconstitutional. And the list goes on and on and on, from taxation without representation, legislation without representation, judicial claims and judicial review, and judicial declarations and accusations without a representation, without proper, obviously unconstitutional. And that's what it's, like I said before, it's important that we have an incredibly important balance of powers. And at this point, it's all we can do is win, because we know that when you're informed, you know the truth, in a sense. And I've already harped on this before. The same type of lies that these globalists, that the elitists try to push, that these it just doesn't work. It really, really doesn't work. So it's amazing how far we've come. That's important to know. It's amazing the unity of America, and it's amazing to know the ability and the capacity and the cognitive ability of Americans that are truly awakened, the patriots. It's truly incredible. We're paving, we're leading, and we're shaping the future of humanity, of America, and then some. And also, we're able to, once again, as I was explaining before with the duct tape bike, we can progress on a faster rate with a more efficient and sturdier, more stable and sustainable sustainable system. And I don't mean system like similar to the globalist system that we had before. Of course, I mean a system that's based off a true republic. We are the people. And so, we're attracted, patriots are attracted to win-wins. Or we know that we're winning because all the globalists and elitists know how to do is lose. And same thing with communist China, same thing with radical Islam. But it's, in a sense, it's not about what their agenda is, in a sense, which is really important, of course, to all sorts of American progression, because every form of American, which hopefully, which in a sense is true, all form of American response is to grow like an organic thing, like I described before. Like we just grow and grow and grow, if that makes sense. So it's like we're able to develop into something grander and greater, and all of us, it's not like, if a toddler throws a temper tantrum, are you going to throw a temper tantrum back at the toddler? No, you're more mature than the toddler. You have more patience than the toddler. You're not going to, try and get the higher ground because of what a toddler said. The point is, we in a sense, we learn from each other, and it's also important that we create magnificently. And the big things that have been kept secret unnecessarily are the tunnels, for example, the high speed train systems, the energy systems that I talked about before, the most incredible way that we can create materials. I've mentioned this before, but when I was pretty much just out and about, the creation of materials that are incredibly sturdy, lightweight, and very easy to manufacture, very easy to create. Super materials combined with many, many, many alloys, or just a few really strong alloys. The ability to really use many types of health advancements that are, the majority of it is not known to the public, even though most of it is at this point kind of common sense. Same thing with the ability to actually be empowered. That is, just revealing what I said reveals some of the flaws of because what does the globalist elite want? They wanted and tried very hard to use fluoride, to dumb us down, to use television, to use propaganda, such as TV shows to CNN and on all that stuff. They used divide and conquer. They used straw mans. They used appeal to hypocrisy, appeals to ignorance, and there's these previous things that was tried to be used don't work anymore because now we're able to create so much prosperity and so much positivity just from the generation of the actual greatness that, in a sense, that is us and that is ahead of us. We are able to, be able to fully understand how we can truly propel ourselves. So, key is that we can, once again, create such a massive, beautiful republic and create such a large, healthy, magical middle class and really restore all the wealth back into the people. It's going to be an amazing plethora of abundance. And so it's nothing like anybody on planet Earth has ever witnessed before, ever seen before, and ever known. And it's going to be, once again, amazing, remarkable thing to actually be able to establish our republic, I mean, we have it established because we know the truth, but, to lead forward with freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, securing the blessings of liberty, supporting the American flag, the American people. Of course, America United is unstoppable. We want to make our country strong again. We want to make our family strong. We want to be supported. We want to be full. We want to be happy. We want to be self-sufficient. We don't need any type of hindrance, and we only experience more abundance. We only experience more prosperity. We only experience more desire and will to fight for the most amount of freedom and prosperity imaginable. And, it only gets better and better from here. So, once again, this is your host, Christopher Bowen, on this afternoon edition of March 21st, 2017. My show, Fire of Liberty. God bless you and God bless America.